Hey everybody, welcome to episode 23. We left off, we were finishing up all the transitions and enter and exits, and I actually just started doing some coding and forgot that I wasn't streaming it. Only thing I did was I remember I had to put an issue here. I had a set timeout hack to make sure things happened in sequence. I think I didn't like that. No, I know I didn't like that strategy. So I went ahead and tried to improve it. And actually, I think this is my new strategy for now, which is, where is it? And this is pretty much something I actually might end up adapting this to using a state machine. I've been using finite state machine in JavaScript, and it just helps manage the states. Scrollytelling, and let's see what I do. So basically the thought process is when we enter a new state, prints before, we decide if we want to trigger the old state to basically like wrap up everything and get to its end goal before we proceed. So basically, if we are going forward and we aren't leaving, we are entering this new state, then we say, okay, go ahead and execute the previous one or the previous step, passing it leave true to basically tell it to wrap everything up super fast, which we already programmed last time, right? With, well, there's nothing happening here because this one's locked. But if we look at this, we see duration, if it's leave, 0, otherwise it's like 3 seconds or whatever. And so then that's it. And I think it looks like it's working. So let me just show you. Oops. So we see that instantly jumps in, and we see this one kind of funny because it goes over to a new one. I might actually make that exit much faster for the path. But yeah, it's kind of working. So I think the next step is to get the reverse states going. So I'm going to start there. Leaving some uncommented stuff that's deprecated. No need to leave that old code in there. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with the first one. Basically, when we go from here to here, well, sorry, from here to here, we see we add in a new line, and then when we go back, it clearly doesn't remove. So we just simply need an exit. So person exit dot. I've been doing like, might as well just copy this. So we just fade it up. Actually, I'm going to make very short. Oh, there's no duration in this one. The exit, I'm going to make like extra short. I forget where I was using dir short, to be honest. Dir short. Oh yeah, okay. Actually, I'm going to just make this into a function. Get duration. So if it'll do this each time. So let's say it'll be like normal, short. I don't know. Let's see. normal. Right. Let's go slow, medium, fast. All right, and it'll return slow, medium, fast. So let's see, const equals get duration. Leave. I'll use that everywhere. And all iterations in here. Hey, Caitlin, just snuck up in there.
I did. I don't want to keep my microphone on because my fan creates fuzz. How are you?
How's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
Oh, I do hear the fuzz.
Yeah, it's hot. I don't have air conditioning.
I'm good. It's getting started bright and early.
Yeah, I love it. I'm a big fan. I'm always a big fan. You know that.
So yeah, basically I'm like working on the reverse transitions now, and I decided to like streamline my duration because like if it goes up or down, I want to do it more quickly or not. That's there equals
That makes sense.
duration. And moving all the variables to very short. Dot medium. Okay, and for exits, I want to do they're fast. Okay. So this is the get duration function, which would change the slow, medium, and fast. And let's see, we're back here. Duration. Okay, let's see if my durations work. But basically, I just want to make sure that I'm just now scrolling. Let's see. So we enter this one. Sorry, we enter this one. And I'm going to have to play with my, actually, let me also, whatever. And then I scroll back up and it should disappear. Okay, we're good. I don't like the way that the dots in the line come in separately. I'm going to have to play with that. Okay, so we've got one working, so tick. Now we want to go between prints before and prints spike, which I'm not sure how I want this to actually. So let's see. So prints before is this. Print spike is a two-phase animation, right? We get this and then that. So I think when I go back to the previous one, I'll see what it does right now. So that's horrible. So let's start there. So we never transition the circles. So that's something that has to happen. Let's see, in prints before, you have to make sure the circles are, oh, I'm only transitioning the print circles. But we actually want to, let's see. Actually, we want to do both of these things. I don't know why I was only calling it on prints. Let's say reset line. Oh, I see. So we only want to do the reset line, which remember sets the line to 0 if we're kind of going forwards. So we're going to have a conditional here. So if first, I'm going to do all this stuff. Otherwise, we want to do the animation here. And I don't know exactly what's going on here. Select all print circles. Oh, this is just fading in the print circles. Yeah, so let's actually. Okay, it's not happy with my formatting. Shoot, did I? Yeah. All right, let's try that. Oop. Line is not defined, right? Try again. Actually, let me speed up the transition so we're not waiting forever. Almost. Add spike is not defined. Why would it be trying to add spike? That's curious. Oh, did I leave that code in? Duh. Okay, so if it's reverse, we want to just, actually, if it's reverse, I don't want to do it slowly. I probably want to do it more quickly. I usually don't like to do things slowly in reverse. Actually, maybe I should factor this in to my get duration. The get duration should actually pass. Oops, I got off. So if it's leaving its duration, otherwise, if it's in reverse, I think I'm gonna set everything to be like 3 times quicker or something. So then we'll just, I guess we can just do another Doesn't like the doubled. Do not miss turn race. All right, so let's just do this. I mean, that's valid, but it's, I guess, not good practice. Yeah, leave overrides everything. How about this? Better yet. Okay, kind of strange, but that works. All right. So in reverse, we should see it like super fast. There we go. It like just jumped into place. Except the lines didn't transition, just the circles. That's interesting. Oh, because I called update path. Jumps it. I only want to call update path. This one. I think. Oh, no, I don't. I do want to call update path. I really just want to update the data of the path. Maybe it needs to be optional. So where did I just do that? First, 1, 2, 3, false. Yeah. It's a little confusing, but let's see if that helps. That did work. Awesome. Okay. We just did one more step to reverse rise. Oh, what happened there? Where are all of our circles?
I want to like capture the best quotes from your live stream. Where are all the circles?
Please don't.
It's like on the back of like a pudding t-shirt. Where are all the circles?
Oh, the circle's there. It just never animated in. Find out why. I didn't change anything here, did I? I did this fire. Oh no, because I did add the circles. Dir.medians at the mediums thing, I think. Aha, there we go. I'm assuming this was supposed to be medium as well. Or sorry, that was probably supposed to be slow. Did it come in? Also, you see, I did some double encoding. I scaled by the radius by the page views as well. Also, I just noticed my scales aren't transitioning. Maybe I didn't. Axis, Y. I want both of them to transition. Update axis. All right, so fine. I have to find everywhere I did that. And we'll always do the median. Yeah, we'll do the median. Medium one, I think. Okay, so now when we reverse, let's see if I can predict some of these. So now we want to be in spike. We definitely will need an exit on people. Oh, we have it. That actually might be enough. Oh, close. But we actually want to, so let's look at a couple things here. First of all, where's the error? Oh, yeah. Oops. Okay, a few errors. So we're getting rid of those people, which is good. Probably have to do the same conditional like we did last time because it's the same kind of setup. So let's see. If it reverses, we transition along the line and then circle. Otherwise, okay. So spike. So the spike will already be added. So if reverse, else. So this is our regular one. If we're reversing, what do we want to do? Well, we definitely want to bring back Beyonce. So let's figure out where we hid Beyonce. Oh, we exited Beyonce. Ooh. Okay. So let's say we never called the two enter things. So these guys. Okay. This one's a little more complicated. So if it's reverse, we definitely want to enter circles and update path. Yeah, the person enter. Let me just, and then we want to transition the thing back in. So we actually do want to do this, but it already should have the spike. So we don't want to wait to add the spike. Position. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Where'd our console go? Hey, it worked. We just need to exit those circles. So we're exiting people. We also need to say person merge dot select all circle exit. I think we're good there. I mean, I already called an int. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't think the exit selection like disappears. Ah, damn it. Go away. Pretty sure this should be exited. Where's some origin through circles? Yeah, I should do it there. Not ideal, but it goes, but I'm just gonna straight up from now. Hey, there you go. Also, I don't see Beyonce circles. So what's the deal with that? Never set the radius. Right. Let's not set the radius. We'll use the default because we want them to appear. And I think we're kind of good. Yeah. All right, we've scrolly told in reverse. That was mildly painless. I still don't know the best approach for that, but it'll get better as I go. Close both of those. Be accomplished today. Let's add in that sticky fill before I forget. Already imported it, I think. Sticky fill. Really simple the usage, right? It's just like, yeah, that's what I thought. I think it's just graphic. Oh, he usually goes capital. Okay. All right. What to do next?
I like the task management with GitHub issues. I haven't seen that before, but I feel like there's also like a sense of satisfaction when you like fix something and you can like resolve the issue and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I use this religiously. I mean, this is also the only real way to do it across when you have a team, because like, and this is really bad. Like usually it should be more detailed. But since I'm the only one really working on it, I know what everything means.
Yeah.
And I usually get a little wild. Like I'll usually like be good about things. Like I'll have labels and milestones and make sure it's like much more coordinated.
I like it. I haven't thought about it on like an individual level using it. Like I said, I'm not, like you said, obviously a team level makes sense, but yeah, it's cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, actually, there's one thing I saw. I wanted to actually add page views up here, which is going to be a little annoying. Let's see, tick. I think I have to do a custom tick format here. So basically, I think it comes in like Al. Maybe, I don't know if this is actually so. So if I do this, it shouldn't change at all in theory. Okay, perfect. Because it's just calling this on everything. But I want to say if I is, I'm hoping is that the last one? Oh shoot, it's the last one, isn't it? Because basically I wanted to do this. I was gonna stick it on like this one. Yeah, see, it stuck it on that one. I guess it'll be, but it's nice, so I'm not exactly sure it's going to be the same number each time. Like I told it to do 5 ticks, right? And it's not exactly 5. It's really 0, 1. Actually, that's number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess if it's always 7, let me see when it switches scale. Okay, I might go with it. I hope this doesn't backfire. Oh, I'm in 6. And then those are all, I want those to be text align, I guess left. Or maybe just I'll offset the first one. Right. I want that to be positive. Can you do tick padding on each thing? I don't think I can do it just for one. Well, this let me use a function. So maybe test it. Oh, cool. You can do it as a function. Awesome. I'll do the same thing. I don't know if it actually passes in the value. Oh, wait, maybe not. No, it definitely didn't work. Shoot. Okay. I guess I can just select the last text element. That one. The last tick. And offset it, I suppose, and change the text anchor. Kind of annoying. I don't know if you can do elastic type. Let's just find out. Let's just remove it. Ah, totally worked. Cool. Then we can just do attribute. Actually, then we want to select text, attribute, text, anchor. And I guess, and sweet. Except I need to account now for the margin. So I think we can then say attribute x, and I think it was what margin dot left minus 3, because that's all tick padding. If that gets us close. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Huh. That worked almost. Oh, because those are anchored to that spot. Shoot. The math is failing me. I guess it's not going to be exact, huh? Because they have to really take into account that size. But that's not, oh, is it going to be changing? Yeah, it might be. Oh, shucks. that to be lined up. Well, for now, I'm going to put an issue. Now I'm just going to throw on some arbitrary. Let's see. Like 30. Come on. Wrong way. Oh, that was way too much. Yeah, I guess it doesn't have to be perfect, but that's good enough for now. And then let's also like offset these a little bit, so they're like directly below or above the line, I think. Actually, I wonder how this is going to transition. Oh, it looks fine. So I'm sitting on top. Then also we can make that have those kind of inset maybe. I don't really like that actually. All right, let's come back to this. Have to deal with that. Okay, anyways. what do I want to do next? I want to see what this looks like with ease linear. Yeah, it looks kind of weird. Maybe the line drawing would look fine. That line drawing looks kind of weird. Circles, that's something I might have to change. Delay. This one, there doesn't need to be. All right, I definitely want to change when the triggers happen. So if actually, first of all, I should decide if I want this to be the top or the bottom. Let me see. Caitlin, can I get your opinion?
On mute? Am I not on mute?
No, you're not muted.
Hey,
No, you're muted. No, you're not muted.
my
No,
whole
you're muted.
my whole Chrome just shut down, and then when I tried to go back into the chat, it was saying I was still there. I don't know how it was still there. Anyways, it's all fixed.
Back. That's all that matters. I feel like I go back and forth on this, like, and actually maybe my question is answered by putting the thing off to the left, though I kind of prefer when it's over the top. So, oh, I got to do that. resize. What was it saying? Oh, so when the text comes in, right now it's triggering in the middle of the screen, but that makes it so like what the text is blocking everything during the transition. So I don't know if it should transition like here, and then you see the transition and then you read the text, or if it's like you read the text and then the transition happens like here. So basically, do you think you should read the text first or see the transition first?
I think see the transition first. Wait. No. I'm lying. No. I'm 100% lying. Read the text first. So you're reading what's happening and then you're actually seeing the transition happening. So I say read the text first.
That's totally fair. And that's what I was thinking. The problem is if I wait to put this, and I can put the chart a little lower, but like, you know, it's never perfect. If you wait to trigger until this is like up here, you can be reading this right here before it triggers. And you could read this and then not see anything changing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I always go back and forth on this. Like the transition's there to help you understand the change. So it's really more about the end state of right. These could be static graphics. So the transition is just to help facilitate that understanding. So.
And you don't want to make it more difficult by not actually seeing what's going. Like, you probably animations can be tricky.
Yeah. So I mean, like maybe the most like. But also you can't, like no one can read and watch a transition at once. So like that's why the side-by-side graphic is also flawed. Because like you could see the text. The only difference is you never would be blocking it. So I guess like they wouldn't have to be like, oh shoot, let me move this out of the way. Okay, so I think for now, actually, I'm going to transition it right here.
So you see the transition.
So you see the transition. Because like, you'd probably stop and then you'd be like, oh, okay, what was it saying? What happened? So
you see it happen and then you actually read about what just happened.
Yeah, so let me go to scroller.
Because that ensures that they've actually seen it happen.
Yeah, and then they're not worried about it like being blocked from view.
That makes sense.
Maybe. And if I don't still like it, I might actually just go with shoot, what is this? 0.5 is the middle. It's how far from the top? I don't remember my own library. And I want this to be match up with the height of the graphic, I suppose. Though, that means I would be keeping the graphic at the top of the screen. Yeah, which makes sense. Because I could put the graphic like nicely centered in the middle, which I usually like to do, but that might only make sense if the graphic's off to the side. Okay, so we're going with 0.8 here. So I'll keep it with 0.8 here. Let's make this a constant. See, okay, so it did just trigger there. Actually, it should trigger a little, let's say, offset, a little further down, right? Because we don't want it to overlap. So basically, it's like kind of when it enters the screen, it'll trigger. But then you have to like, do you go too far? Let me look at my favorite New York Times pieces. Bookmarks. Y'all can see all my bookmarks now. Okay, they do the bottom. Sticking with it. Also, I'm just going to go with like pretty much when it peaks over the edge.
I'm sold.
For now. And then at some point I'll decide to switch to left, right, maybe. Yeah, I'll go with that for now. Okay. What to do next? What to do next? I guess I could. I don't want to start on a new chart, to be honest. I kind of want to maybe set this one aside for a little bit before I add in all the polish. Plus, we usually do. We have a work in progress with our team today where we share what we're working on. So it might be good to show it there before I get too deep. Also, that's interesting. The Beyonce didn't animate in. I should make sure to do that. Okay, lots left to do. Let's check this in. I don't even know what I just did. Oh, scroll trigger. Let me go back and remember what the next thing is supposed to be. Oh yeah, how long do we care for? Oh, this is where I want to put my video in. Or maybe I should make a GIF. I just love a video. I don't know, is this silly to put in my inspiration?
I like it. I like it. I've liked it since the beginning. But maybe we can ask the question during work in progress today. See if it's universal like.
I'm gonna throw it in there for now. Let's see what happens. All right, so this one is called, I think I already created a handlebars file for this. Index. Yeah, care. Oh, it's totally empty. Okay. Stop running gulp. Oh, I did. Oh, it broke when I added in the video. This happens. I gotta work on that part still. Oh yeah, there's my video. So first things first, let's go to story, let's go to perspective. And display none on this, or actually, we can deal with it right now. I didn't create one. Oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me go back to here. All right, so yes, I guess, ooh, this is the thing to do. All right, I think this is actually a good wrap up place. I need to take a little break and do some stuff. I think when I come back, I think the first thing to do is actually this, which is that calculation, which is when has it returned to normal? And then we can basically decide. I have a whole bunch of different chart types I'm thinking. Probably gonna end up going with a simpler one. Maybe not. Anyways, I'm gonna do the calculation and see what those numbers actually yield, and then make some charts. All right, bye-bye.